Okay, so I wanted to do a little garden update for you guys. So we picked up a bunch of flowers and some shrubs. The first thing that I'm doing is just sorting out the plants, where they're gonna go. So here is that dirt pile that I've been working on. I definitely got it pretty low to the ground, and instead of just covering this with sod or grass seed, we decided that we are going to plant in it. It just naturally has a really nice like flower bed type of shape. So we picked up 5 shrubs or little bushes. Other than rose bushes, I have never planted any type of a shrub or a bush. So I'm hoping that what we picked out is pretty easy to care for and grow. We purchased 2 of these, and then we picked up 1 of these. This is a boxwood. This is something that I have been wanting to try out for a while now. I love the look of boxwoods, so I'm really excited to plant this and hopefully have some success with it. And then here is the 4th shrub that we got. It's like this really beautiful bright lime green color. And then here is the 5th and last one. This is a form of a hydrangea, so I'm hoping that this will get some really pretty blooms on it. Overall, I really liked the color of the leaves of these 4, and then the hydrangea right in front there I'm hoping will just be super pretty. Here is what used to be that mound of dirt. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, refer back to my first gardening video for this year. I was sharing with you guys this huge massive mountain of dirt that I needed to get down and get off of our lawn. I did plant petunias around the perimeter of this as well. A hydrangea, I believe, which is producing the most beautiful fall looking delicate flowers. And then here is an update on the flower bed. We've had a lot of growth that I planted last year. That so far not too many of the cosmos or zinnias have come up, but we have had really good luck with all of the sunflowers over in this section. So that whole section are sunflowers, mammoth sunflowers. They should get to be about 6 feet tall. So I'm really excited for those to continue to grow and then to bloom in like late summer. And then here are the 4 new perennials that I picked up for this flower bed. I picked up 2 of these butterfly bush buzz. They have like a beautiful magenta flower. And then here is another one that I picked up for it. This one definitely needs some help. It needs some water. And then here is the last perennial that I picked up. And I'm not finding the name of this one, but I loved how delicate these flowers are and just how like soft the color palette of these ones are. They're like a beautiful soft muted coral color. All right, you guys, so we are at the end of flower season, and if I didn't have a calendar, the way I would know is that all of my sunflowers have reached their giant height and are in full bloom. So let me take a step back, and here you can see that whole huge sunflower section that I planted back in May in this flower bed of ours. Here is another view of it. These have just grown so much bigger than I was even expecting, and I have grown sunflowers before, so I knew somewhat what to expect, but that one that is up here, that one has to be at least 20 feet tall. So while I knew these would get big, they surpassed my expectations. They are so incredibly beautiful and bold. And there you can see there are so many happy little bumblebees that have really been enjoying these sunflowers. There's another one on that flower. And these have just been so awesome to watch how much they have grown. So this is kind of like the grand finale of the flowers, and I cannot wait. I'm already looking forward to next season, and I already have some plans brewing on things that I just want to change up and try differently. One of those changes will be to plant these along our fence. Right now I do like where these are. It's right in the front of our house, but they are right next to all of these much shorter flowers. So for a while before they started to really bloom, it did look a little bit odd to have these like 6, 8, 10 feet tall things coming out of the ground. It was hard to tell that they were going to be sunflowers for a while, but now that they're in bloom, they look beautiful. I love them. I'm sure our neighbors love them. So I am definitely going to plant sunflowers again next year, and hopefully many, many, many years, because they're so awesome. But I think I will change their location. Here is the rest of this flower garden. It has done so well this summer. I'm hoping a lot of these come back again for next summer. I do have some weeds that I need to tend to. I'm so horrible with weeds, you guys. But with flowers in ground, I'm not that bad. I didn't have the best of luck with my flowers in pots, and I did talk about that in a different video of mine. But the flowers that I planted in ground, they've all really been able to thrive and grow and just be amazing this summer. There are still a few blooms that will be coming our way probably next week sometime. There's another one up there that will be blooming, and a few more over here. These are just so awesome. I would recommend everyone planting sunflowers because they're so easy to care for, and the process of watching them grow has just been so cool for myself, for my son. My daughter thinks that these are awesome just because they just tower over her. Here are petunias, and I wanted to tell you guys real quick the difference that I have found with two different types of petunias. So over on this side, I planted wave petunias, and I didn't really know the difference between regular petunias and the wave brand. You would think that I would, just from all the times that I've planted petunias, but here you can see how many have multiplied. I just got one container of waves and have that wave effect where they have grown so much and they look so much more full than these petunias over here. There's like such a big difference between the two. So these ones pretty much look like they did when I planted them. They're still growing, they're still blooming, but they did not expand nearly as much as the waves did over here. And then we have these beautiful mix of wildflowers. These all started from seeds as well. And compared to the sunflowers over there, these look so short. But in reality, they're about 3.5 feet tall, 3.5 to 4 feet tall. And they're so beautiful too. There's so many colors. I love the beauty that these ones have given us this summer. My daughter loves coming over here because these ones are like still a little bit taller than her, but really close to her height, and she will always just come over here and smell them all. I have gotten the cutest pictures of her near these flowers in particular. Here you can see a zinnia and all of the layers that these ones have. They are so gorgeous. I am not sure if this is a form of zinnias, but they are so beautiful too. Here are some more of the zinnias. I did not have much luck at all with the cosmos. Here is what the cosmos look like before they bloom, and I am not seeing any blooms on these. I'm just seeing the plant themselves. So for some reason they did not flower this year, but they are still growing. Maybe we'll get a quick little appearance from them, I don't know, in a few weeks. But here it is, you guys. I love my flower garden this year, even though I haven't kept up with the weeds and not everything returned. I look at this little flower garden every time I come home and leave the house, and I'm always just in awe by the beauty of nature. To be honest, I haven't spent a ton of time or effort out here. I've pretty much just let this flower bed do its thing. I could have been so much better with watering it and removing dead leaves and flower buds and removing all the weeds, but honestly I have not done a quarter of what I should have done, and this is how it turned out. I think it's beautiful. There may be a few of you that think it looks overcrowded or messy or just too much, especially with the unnecessary weeds. So if I can do it, and not give it my all, I know you guys could do it as well. I'm not sure how much longer all of these beautiful flowers will be with us. We are nearing the end of August, so I'm thinking maybe another 3 or 4 weeks if we're lucky. But it was a great year. I enjoyed these. My family really enjoyed these, especially my kiddos, and I'm already excited for next year. So of course there will be more gardening with me videos next year. And there, a butterfly just joined us. I'm not sure if that's like a swallowtail. This goes to show you guys that this wildlife is loving the garden just as much as I do. Again, if you guys have put off starting a flower island or a gardening bed just because you didn't think that you'd be able to grow plants or flowers, please give it a try. Start out small and just watch as nature just takes over and helps you along with the process. I did get some perennials for the backyard. We needed some plants to kind of soak up just a little bit of excess water that we've had and that we've noticed over the years, and so we're hoping that some plants will help the situation. Got a few of these daylilies. These are really nice. We already have some of these planted, not by us but by the previous owners, and they come back every year, no maintenance needed. So we picked up, I want to say like 5 of these, and then these are amazing. I am really excited about these. Here is the name of them. We saw somebody picking up these at Home Depot, and he let us know that they're really easy to care for and to grow, and that they get pretty tall, that they could get up to 10 feet tall. So these are going to be absolutely perfect for one particular spot in our backyard. I'm hoping that they're just as easy as he said, because if they are, I definitely want to get some more. I just love how soft those colors are and just how dainty these are. These are perennials that I bought and planted a few years back. These are so awesome. They grow to be like super viney, but their blooms are incredible. They're a super vibrant purple, and they are a pretty decent size. Here you can see how they grow up. So they're all the way down here, but then they grow and attach, and it's kind of making its way up this lilac bush. So it's a super cool plant. Definitely recommend. Very low maintenance, and I have been enjoying these for the last like 3 or 4 years now. Here we are on the side of our house, and I have this massive peony bush that was here when we bought the house. These are so beautiful. The blooms are such a vibrant magenta color, and this is another really low maintenance type of bush that I have so much work to be done on this side of the house. It looks like half of this bush has survived this past winter. I think that is probably a huge, like 8-foot tall weed that's growing in between the bush. I'm not sure. There's lots of like dead branches. There is little bits of growth, and I'm not sure what that middle thing is. And then the same thing right over here. Most of this bush is dead with just a few branches of growth. So not sure what we'll end up doing over here, but just don't concentrate on those two side, half dead, half alive bushes, and focus on the beauty of this peony bush. Here is my very sad looking rose garden. I definitely need to work on this next year, but I have managed to keep 3 rose bushes alive. Hopefully they return to me next year. I haven't had the best of luck with rose bushes in the past, but you guys, look at how beautiful and delicate. So this spot of the garden is definitely needing some help, but it'll get there. If not next year, the following year. There's no rush. And since we are talking about gardening, I have to share with you guys my most favorite tree or shrub. I'm not even sure what this is considered. This is always such a joy to watch as it blooms at the end of every summer. So this is called a Rose of Sharon, and this comes back every year. Zero maintenance on my part. Maybe there's something that I could be doing to help it thrive, but I don't do anything, and it produces these beautiful, like soft purple flowers. Right now all of the flowers are closed. It might be because the day is ending and the sun has gone down, but when they're open they look so tropical. They look like they're like straight out of Hawaii. I definitely would love to plant a few more of these going along our fence, just because how gorgeous they are and how maintenance free they are. So if you are in the Midwest, I don't know if this is like a native tree or shrub, but if you are part of the Midwest area, definitely look into Rose of Sharon trees or shrubs, because they're absolutely gorgeous and they just continue to bloom as the end of the season rolls on. And then right next to the Rose of Sharon we have something else that kind of looks like a Rose of Sharon variation maybe, but the flowers are white. I do not remember having white flowers for the past few years. I think this is new. I'll have to go back and look at my pictures, but it's like right on the side of the purple Rose of Sharon, and the leaves are a little bit different, as you can kind of see side by side there, and these have really beautiful white buds. So if any of you guys are like into gardening and know what this plant or tree or shrub might be, please let me know, because I am really loving the look of this too. And I don't know how it got here. I don't know if the seeds were like carried by a squirrel or something. I have no idea where this came from, but I'm definitely not complaining. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Another year of planting with me. I hope that you all enjoyed it, and I hope that I have inspired you to kind of test out the waters when it comes to gardening, and you may just be surprised like I always am, and just watching how nature kind of unravels and does a lot of really beautiful things all on its own. If you have any questions or comments, please leave those in the comment section below. And if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. Join my YouTube family. I would love to have you part of my journey here on YouTube. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video of mine. And until then, take care. Bye.